I'm Leah. I have 3 kids, and my youngest is 4 years old.
My name is Brent. My daughter is Sasha, and she's 2 years old.
My name is Celeste, and I am the mother of Dylan, who's 6 years old, and then Emma is 5.
Hola, mi nombre es Rosy y tengo 2 varones, uno de 4 años y otro de 2 meses.
They spend about an hour a day.
4 to 6 hours every day in YouTube.
De 2 a 3 horas a la semana.
15 to 30 minutes a day on YouTube.
I am Dr. Jenny Redesky. So one of the most interesting findings in the Common Sense Census report is that children are now watching more online videos on sites like YouTube than ever before. Recent research shows that kids are using the main site a lot more than the YouTube Kids site. We really need to think about whether the content there is appropriate for their minds, for their emotions, and for their growing selves. Most kids are going to YouTube for entertainment. They're not finding a lot of the kind of hidden gem, really well-crafted educational content.
Some of the things that concerned me in YouTube are language, violence.
We decided to create a new code for interpersonal violence. So this is when it might have been a cartoon character or a real person was being rude, pranking, bullying, or controlling someone else.
Outside of this, Dylan did have an issue with being bullied last year during school, so I think there's a sensitivity around it.
We concluded that parents probably know that YouTube has a lot of iffy content or inappropriate content, that they need to do some of the monitoring.
When I decide what Elijah watches, I made sure it's educational.
She doesn't turn on the TV. We have to do all that for her, so we get to choose every time she watches at this point.
Para mí es importante el medio de la calidad o la calidad de los medios que los niños ven.
You know, there's shows that I will put on for them that are super inspirational and educational. When they're on their own device, for the most part, if I can be candid, like it's just like trash. They're being exposed to all sorts of fantastical things and toys that are available at Target.
There's lots of different ways that YouTubers can make money other than just ads. And we saw these throughout a lot of the videos.
I'm concerned sometimes is the ads that he sees that you can't really skip it at times.
Los comerciales salen de repente y son de productos pues que pues son para adultos, son cosas que los niños pues realmente no necesitan ver.
There seems to be a whole network where dolls are baking cakes or full-grown women are baking cakes with their dolls.
It leaves a lot of room for YouTube to clean up what it is recommending to kids, just so parents don't have one more thing that they're trying to keep track of and try to keep control over. Our goal in doing this study was not to try to worry or panic people about what's on YouTube. It was really to try to understand, what are kids watching? How could it be designed better to support families and kids getting the most out of YouTube? You know, and how can we help guide families to make it a better experience?
El consejo que usualmente le doy a padres con niños pequeños es el que primero vean el contenido.
In the evening, before we read a book, we'll like generally watch a show, but it's together and it's like in the family room.
YouTube has a responsibility to make sure that kids are getting good experiences there. They're not being manipulated by marketing, and their viewing or their pleasure isn't being disrupted by lots of excessive ads that aren't important.
There's so much more screen time in all fashions, whether it's your phone, your iPad, your TV. So if you have quality educational programs, that's a big deal.